Hey princesses, and welcome back to Forever Disney Princess. So today, princesses, we're back again for another Disney Princess Storytime present. As promised, I will do that in my next video for Disney Princess Haul. Pardon the mess because I'm just gonna find this book, of course. Now, I found this book sale recently for 35 pesos. It is the Disney Bedtime Stories for the month of January. As you can tell, there in the front there's Mickey, and on the back there is a Dalmatian from the Wonderful One Dalmatian. And of course, it's from 2012 by Paragon Books. Now, it also has a description for the book that featured. Now, I have looked through all of these, of course, from each day, but I thought I could tell you a story, and I never even tell you a story, of course, from this, because we're going to be telling you the story from Disney's Pocahontas. It's going to be a quick Disney Princess Storytime presents for this book. Now, before we read this, of course, I just want to tell you what is Disney Princess Storytime Presents. It is a segment. I'm a storyteller. I try my best for my reading, for my pronunciation. I do that every single day, of course. I love reading stories for all of you Disney fans and for kids too. But this channel is also for adult collectors and gift givers too. Okay, it's time to read the Disney's Pocahontas. Listen to your heart. Let's get started. Alright, it's gonna be a quick one, of course, because we're gonna do a quick Disney Princess Storytime present from Disney's Pocahontas. It is Listen to Your Heart. It was clear, crisp day, and Pocahontas had decided to climb to the top of the high mountain with her friends Meeko the raccoon and Flick the hummingbird. She hadn't climbed this mountain since she was a little girl. They came to a fork of the path. "Which direction should we take, Meeko?" asked Pocahontas. The raccoon pointed to the gentler, flatter path, which made Pocahontas laugh. "Let's try one," she said, pointing the narrower, steeper route. They climbed and climbed, and the path grew steeper and narrower. Meeko chatted away nervously, and even Flip seemed anxious as Pocahontas sat down on a large tree stump to catch her breath. The wind suddenly picked up. Then, the woods moved in and rain poured down on them. "Uh-oh," said Pocahontas, jumping to her feet. "We can't stay here, and it's too slippery to climb back down. We need to keep moving." Pocahontas didn't let on Meeko and Flit, but as the water steamed down the steeply path, she grew frightened. The footing was even more slippery, and she was getting colder and colder. Then she remembered something that her grandmother Willow had told her. "I need to listen," Pocahontas said to herself. "I must listen to the spirits all around us, and they will keep us safe." She tried to listen, but it was hard to hear anything over the pouring rain and rushing winds. Meeko chattered nervously and clung to Pocahontas. "I must listen to my heart," she said, and suddenly she heard them. The spirits spoke to her. They told her to climb a little higher, just a bit, and there she would find shelter. "Come on, Meeko. Come on, Flit," she called over the wind and rain. "We'll find a shelter just a little way up." Sure enough, they would open the rocks just a bit higher up the path. Between the rocks was a small cave, and inside it was warm and dry. The three of them made their way into the cave and sat, listening to the rain and wind. The storm soon passed, and the sun came out. "Come on," Pocahontas cried to Meeko and Flit. "Let's go see what it looks like at the top." They hurried to the rest of the way up until the trail they became out on the wide, flat ledge. Far below, they could see the forest, and beyond it, the speaking blue sea. "You see, Meeko? See, Flit?" said Pocahontas. We're seeing the world a different way. Isn't it beautiful? And just think, she said, more to herself than the other two. If I hadn't chosen to be in an exploring path, I would never have heard the spirits talk to me. And that is the quick end of the story of Pocahontas. Listen to your heart. So yeah, princesses, that was just a quick Disney Princess Storytime Presents. It was a really nice book, of course. I found it again on book sale for 35 pesos. I will be finding the other months from the bedtime story, and that way there's a Disney Princess in there, and I would collect them all. I have other Disney Princess stories inside of this book very quickly, but for now, thank you princesses so much for joining me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell notification to see more, no pun intended. Don't forget to subscribe to my first and main channel, Pinktastic Barbie Collector, and I'll see you princesses in my next video. Have a magical day, princesses. Bye!